Archangel Michael has been screaming in spiritual frequency all day, begging God for you to hear him one more time before you re-enter that spiritually infected room, connection, or phone number. Someone in your space is not who they claim to be and will be exposed publicly, and you won't have to lift a finger as God will make their darkness shout louder than your silence. Michael says you'll need space, not revenge, because your peace will demand protection when this truth drops. They investigated you out of fear of your true self, your immense love, and your impending rise. Your crown and breakthrough are coming, but Michael paused them until you knew the truth, as blessings shouldn't be handed to the wrong person or miracle in a room full of thieves. Angels are now carefully watching, ensuring only the pure and loyal witness your glow-up. Leeches are being exposed, and their upcoming silence will scream guilt. Watch how those who hovered disappear or go ghost when the truth emerges. This is not loss, but liberation and clearance. Michael is preparing a new table free of deceit and fake love, offering pure, unshakable peace. Your part is simple: stay alert, aligned, and in the presence of these messages, as each is loaded with keys to your next door. This is a spiritual decoding. The enemy's power is broken. They lost the moment you saw the truth and clicked this message, answering the divine call. Everything shifts now. From this moment, something spiritual unlocked behind the scenes, a rapid, forceful movement in heaven, like thunder breaking chains. Michael took your attention and alignment to God's throne, declaring, "They're awake, they're listening, begin the reversal." Everything stolen will be returned, every plot against your future cancelled, every dark whisper screened in light. You were meant to learn, not lose, and now, the lesson complete, elevation comes. You are wiser, sharper, spiritually weaponized, and those who investigated you will realize you are their lesson, not their victim. They won't just apologize, but witness you thrive, entering blessings their witchcraft couldn't stop, for when God says enough, even demons bow. Michael is not just defending you but announcing you to the universe, to the right, divinely assigned people who are on their way, are supporters, helpers, loyal souls bringing blessings, not motives. You're about to be surrounded by what heaven says you deserve, because you didn't fold, turn bitter, or fight dirty. You stood still, stayed kind, and remained covered, and God will now do something illogical, unexplainable, and miraculous in your life, suddenly, like waking up to a nonsensical yes or receiving a call from another realm, walking into a room you never applied for and being treated like royalty, all prearranged by heaven, with Michael walking every step of the spiritual blueprint. Your feet have been surrounded by angels. You were never alone. The investigator who got caught has confessed, not to police, but to their employer, having slipped too close to something divine, now scared, pulling out. But the hirer is still watching, pretending innocence, smiling in your face, yet Michael will handle them, for heaven fights differently. You won't need receipts or revenge, but will be too busy living a life that proves them all wrong, your joy speaking louder than their schemes, your glow blinding their plans, and your peace confusing their demons. Let them watch and wonder how you got that job, offer, or miracle, feeling the weight of regret for trying to destroy the very person sent to bless them. The biggest secret is you were never supposed to find this divinely cloaked warning by human logic. Only heaven-marked souls could see it, so your spirit is ready, your destiny real, and your story is turning to its most powerful chapter. If you wish to continue this divine message and learn how the final verdict will spiritually erase their tracks and bless your name publicly, your fierce spirit and refusal to look away signify awakening. Archangel Michael is now still because heaven has issued the verdict. You win, publicly, gloriously, undeniably, the same people who sought flaws are now forced to witness your untouchable divine elevation. Michael has sealed it. The war is over, the investigator gone, the plot failed, the enemy exposed, and you are glowing, chosen, and rising into a timeline hell tried to block but couldn't comprehend, because while they watched, God set the stage. Your name is about to be spoken in a room of honor, and what you lost privately, you will regain tenfold publicly, for this storm was a divine setup to prepare you for a life that requires your enemies to witness it. The storm wasn't meant to end you, but to reveal you. Heaven is ready to pour, repay, and restore. The next door will feel unreal as your spirit has waited too long, but the buzzer just rang, and Michael says, "Get up, your appointment has arrived." You are no longer under surveillance but selection, watched over by heaven, your ancestors applauding for breaking the pattern, not turning bitter, and standing in the fire with hands lifted. Such obedience and faith move God. Now, miracles that make no sense, opportunities beyond your resume, unchased connections, unexpected money, and peace like a wave are here, not just compensation, but confirmation that heaven saw everything and never forgot your name. Michael calls this your divine return, with angels in motion, the wind shifting, and everything stolen returning in power. The person who plotted against you will lose access to every door they blocked you from, their connections will dry up, fake smiles will be exposed, lies will lose legs, and your truth, name, and story will glow so brightly even the darkest room cannot ignore it. Michael whispers, "Stay humble, stay aligned, and stay ready, for this next shift is about legacy, benefiting your children's children. This exposure was for destiny, and every step you take is divinely guided. Let them talk and regret, for heaven is loud now, and your name echoes in places where only royalty walks." This final part is where heaven takes over completely. You've endured enough, becoming sacred, and God will reward you so loudly your enemies will fall silent. Archangel Michael is now leading, sword drawn, armor glowing, for this next miracle arrives like a spiritual earthquake. You've entered a zone where God declares, they cannot stop this, and they won't. The plotter messed with a vessel chosen by heaven, losing access to the whole board. Let them feel regret, for God will seat you at a table they tried to keep you from, and the view is glorious. Your life will be unrecognizable in weeks, pain, confusion, and heaviness gone, replaced by power, clarity, favor, and peace. You, who questioned if anyone cared, will be the one everyone wonders how you glow so loudly. When asked, smile and say nothing, for Michael says, this season doesn't require defense, it requires silence. Let your favor speak. And it will, your name whispered in investor meetings, your face flashing across timelines, your words touching people in places you've never been, because your spirit has multiplied. When you obeyed to keep going, heaven trusted you, unlocking blessings too vast for human hands. Watch what happens in the next 7 days. A name will reach out, a contract will appear, a call will shift everything, and the face that betrayed you will witness it all without access or explanation. When God elevates, it comes without old weight. Michael declares, you're done bleeding for those who'd never bandaged you, done explaining purity to manipulators, you're done. This is the beginning of your most powerful chapter. Expect sudden joy, divine alliances, and justice so personal it feels God-written. You were never forgotten or alone, and every moment of feeling abandoned was heaven protecting you from unholy rooms. Now, the sacred ones are ready, the door open, the light on, and your name celebrated. It is done, written, happening. Walk into it like you were born for it, because you were. The sky is opening, heaven declaring, God-sending strategy.